I finally have a positive inspection to report to you, a happy dealership experience, and a very happy client. So stay tuned so I can tell you all about it. Hey everybody, it's Steph from Deb's RV Services and welcome to today's video. So today I have an inspection story for you, and it's really great timing because you have just been asking me about a positive inspection. You're like, I want to know what I should buy. Well, I have got a good story for you today because last week I did a 2017 Nash and it came back really poor. But I turned around and had another inspection of a Nash, and this was a 2023 model. This model was a little bit different than the first one. This was more of an off-grid model, so it had those beefy tires, and it was lifted, and it had a completely different slide system on it. I was really excited to inspect this because it is fun to look at different floor plans from the same manufacturer and brand, and so I really enjoyed seeing the difference, being that I just inspected a 2017 model, and now I was inspecting a 2023 model. By the way, I do want to give a shout out to Galpin Motor in Prescott. They were absolutely awesome to work with. And if I have a good dealership that I work with, I do want to tell you guys because I know that you truly care about that. And the guy that I worked with there, he was really nice. And even though they didn't actually have everything hooked up for me and there was no propane in the tank, it was fine because he was extremely accommodating. And when I told him I needed that, oh, I'm so sorry, let me go get you some. And even though they didn't have the hose hooked up, I was close to a spigot, so I could go add water to the tank and hook it up to city water myself. That is what really matters to me. It's not so much that they have everything perfectly for me. It's that I have the access and I'm next to the access so that I can just handle it myself. And so it was a great day. I got started early, and this was actually a rigger inspection. So in case you aren't aware, I do inspections for Jacob Rigger from Rigger RV. He has a YouTube channel, and a lot of you I know already watch him, but I am on his list of certified inspectors that he trusts. So when I do get a request from his website, I will follow the type of inspection template that he has designed. So that's what I did with this inspection. The salesman did let me know that the prior owner did not opt to have a generator that was included with this, but they did have a separate box up on the front tongue jack area where you could place a generator, and he even gave this gas generator to the dealership and said, you can go ahead and sell it with the trailer. So anyway, I started to go around the exterior and I got up on the roof, and the roof sealant was like completely night and day from that last 2017 Nash that I did. And you can tell by looking at all the seams, everything looked really good, all the corners. And according to the sales guy at the dealership, that prior owner did just have the roof resealed. The only thing I did find is, again, some of those screw covers, they do come loose over a period of time. So there was one area near the slide where it was kind of bunched up and then it was exposing a bolt. Along the exterior sidewalls, there were some areas where there was gaps in the sealant, and that could be easily repaired, but everything pretty much looked really good. I looked at all the cargo areas. They all looked good. I even pulled the emergency brake and I draw the amps there. That looked good. The batteries looked good, but they did have some loose connections there, and that would be easy enough for the techs to repair. I continued to look on the exterior, and one of the things that I do is I always look underneath. I'm looking at the tires, which the tires were fantastic. They were 2025s. I'm always looking underneath the trailer to make sure that there are no openings or tears, and that if there are openings, that there's foam there so that there are no rodents that can get in. Everything looked really clean. The jacks worked well. There were no cracks in the frame. Everything looked really good. So then I went on the interior and I started to look around there, and I checked all of the plumbing. The plumbing, there were absolutely no leaks. Checked the sink in the bathroom and the kitchen. I looked at the shower. I looked at the toilet. I looked at other areas of the RV and didn't find anything wrong with any of the outlets. The GFCI worked properly. We finally had a refrigerator that came to proper temperature, and the freezer did. So I was really happy with that. Stove worked, oven worked. I mean, we just had a beautiful experience with this RV inspection. If you would like to perform your own DIY inspection, I invite you to come and take a look at my workbook that I have on a permanent sale. It has beautiful pictures in there, and it gives you detailed descriptions on how to inspect all the areas of an RV. This is really helpful for any of those that either can't hire an inspector or they just simply want to take a look at it for themselves before they hire an inspector. Now, I also want to announce that I did create a private Facebook group for anybody that has purchased my workbook. This is going to allow you to come in there and ask me personal questions about inspections, how to do them, what to look for, or any questions you have on the workbook. So once you purchase the actual workbook, you will get an email from me with a link so that you can join the Facebook group. So if you would like to make a purchase to that workbook, please go ahead and click on the link in the description. Everything looked really good. So I was really pleasantly surprised. And I say pleasantly surprised because typically I do find, even in a 2023, which is relatively newer, I find more wrong than what I found with this one. But it was really clean, you guys. I mean, I was really happy because my client was so excited and they were out of state. They wanted to know right away if they could get this trailer because they had to make their way over there. Plus, this dealership in particular, they don't really hold trailers. The dealership wanted to know how long I would be there for an inspection because he did have a couple other people looking at it. So I wanted to make sure that I got back to my client as soon as possible with the report and with my update on the inspection. And what I typically do is I give a high level overview of what I found, how things went. And I called my client immediately and I told him that everything really looks good. There were only like a few things that needed to be repaired, but I did let them know that there were people coming to look at this RV later on that day. So if they wanted to, they could contact the dealership and let them know that they were interested. That way they didn't have to wait to get my report, but they could actually just make a decision if they wanted to after talking with me on the phone. So what do you guys think about this, Nash? Would you have purchased it? My guess is you probably would have. I certainly would have. I thought it was outstanding. I loved it. It was perfect. If I wanted a trailer, it's something that I would have picked. The reason I would have liked it is because I like things that are off grid. It has a higher clearance. It has the beefier tires and you can go anywhere with it. And it had all of the elements to help you live and sustain yourself off grid, which is something that is ideal for boondockers. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you watch this one because I don't want it to be where you only watch the things that are negative. I really want to create positive experiences on here too, and not just have people watching because it's a tragedy. You know how it is with clickbait. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and please like and subscribe if you haven't, and thank you for being here.